Duplicity. -25. The drive to Penjani's house was very quiet and the atmosphere in the car was tense with silent insinuations. Both Jaden and Jada were in the back seat. Jada had her head resting on Jaden's shoulder, her eyes were closed and she was sucking her thumb. Her thumb usually took her to a calm place where she relaxed and could easily drift to sleep. Paulisa opened her mouth several times to speak but she closed it in defeat each time. But what would she possibly say to them? They would not believe anything coming out of her mouth. The milk had already been spilt, there was nothing she could do. Brushing her thoughts aside, Paulisa stopped at the gas station and got fuel. As she pulled out of the gas station, she noticed another car pulling out in the back of her but she didn't pay attention to it. After driving for a couple of minutes, she came to a turnoff. She turned and the car behind her did the same. For a moment, she wondered if they were being followed or she was just overreacting. The thought lingered for a moment until Jaden said, "I think that car is following us." Jada quickly opened her eyes and started to turn her head. Jaden viciously pulled down on her arm. "Don't look," he said. "I want to see it for myself," Jada said. "You just confirmed my worst fear. I think they have been following us from the gas station," Paulisa said. "And you didn't care to tell us about it?" Jada rudely asks. "I didn't want to alarm you. I wanted to be sure before saying anything." "But who could be following us?" asked Jaden. Paulisa shrugged. "The windows are tinted so I can't see inside." "What do we do next?" "I will make another turn. If that car is still behind us then we need to find a way to get away from it." "Maybe it's Owen," Jada said. "It could be him or Moses." "But why would Moses want to hurt us? Isn't he supposed to be our father?" Jaden hacks. "There is a lot you don't know about that man. Says a woman who lied to us our whole lives. Birds of the same feathers." Jada clicked her tongue. Ignoring her, Paulisa threw her phone at Jaden. "Turn it on for me and call Penjani. Let him know that someone is following us. He will know what to do." "Okay. Can I ask you a question?" Jada asked Paulisa. "Sure. How were you able to sleep at night all these years knowing you were lying to us? Like, do you even have a conscience? Did you ever feel guilty? I just want to understand why you did all this." "Jada, this is not the time for all those questions," Jaden said. "But why are you supporting her? Are you happy with what she did?" "No, I am not happy with what happened, but I think we should give her a chance to give her side of the story. Daddy too needs to give his side of the story." "Which daddy?" "Moses. Moses is not our father." "Oh, you mean that murderer?" "I think I have had it with your tantrums," Paulisa angrily said. "She finally has the guts to speak," Jada laughed. "If you have nothing better to do then shut up, you will get the answers you need soon." "Whatever," she clicked her tongue. As Paulisa made a turn, the blue car behind her did the same. "We are definitely being followed," she said as she looked in the rear-view mirror. "Put on your seat belts and call Penjani," she instructed before she started driving fast. The car behind them accelerated and began to pursue them. "He is trying to hit into us," Jada screamed. "Step on it. I can't go any faster. This road has curves. Do something before you get us killed." Jaden dialed Penjani's line and he answered almost immediately. "Les. There's a car following us," he said. "Jaden." Penjani's heart raced. "Who is driving and who are you with?" "Mummy, Paulisa is driving. Jada is also with us." "Send me your location right now," he said. "Okay," he said, then he sent a location on Google Maps. "We have to try and lose him." Paulisa drove faster and faster but the car behind her lost no ground. He was right behind her in spite of how fast she drove. Her mind was racing as fast as her heart and she was frightened. She continued driving fast but the car behind them followed even more closely. Paulisa partly lost control of the car as she came to a sharp bend in the road. The car behind them hit her from behind and Jada screamed. Paulisa tried to pull away but she had difficulties steering. When the car hit her hard in the rear, She lost all control and her car started going off the road. The car hit her once more and she went off the road and rolled over a couple of times before it stopped on the side of a ditch. The blue car pulled away and continued to drive to its destination. "I hope they rot in hell," Rosaria laughed as she drove at high speed. "But that wasn't part of the plan," Moses said. "Plans are meant to be changed, Moses," she said. "I can't wait to see the look on Penjani's face when he realizes that his stupid lover and brats are dead. I think we should have a state funeral." Moses shook his head. "I shouldn't have come with you." "Stop whining, Moses, we have a state funeral to plan. Penjani will kill us. I am not scared of that fool." "Okay. Ella B.